love doing this video. Every year I get excited to do this one. Okay, here we go. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. If you are new here and you've just stumbled across this video, let me tell you a little bit about myself. Just a quick little description of me before we get into this video. My name is Shannon. I am 26. I live in Essex in England in the UK, and I'm cabin crew, so I do a lot of travelling. I'm also into dancing and performing. I used to do a little bit of that professionally before, but now it's just a bit more like a hobby. I also love Disney, and that's sort of me in a nutshell. So that's for those of you who are new. For those of you that have been here for a while, you will know exactly what's about to happen in this video. At the start of every single year, I come onto my YouTube channel and I do a little video basically going over 2024 and the highlights, and then I sort of share with you kind of what my 2025 looks like from here. In the video, I basically ask myself 5 questions that I will then answer in the new year. This might confuse some of you, but basically in the last video, it was 2024 me answering questions that 2023 me had previously asked in the video before that, and then 2024 me asked questions for 2025 me to answer. So now this video is gonna be 2025 me. Hello, how are ya? I'm Flo, how are ya? I need to concentrate. 2025 me is gonna answer the questions that 2024 me asked, and then 2025 me is gonna ask questions for 2026 me to answer. Does that make sense? Are you with me? Let's crack on with this video. I'm gonna start off by saying, if I get emotional in this video, don't be surprised. Actually, you probably should be more surprised if I don't get emotional in this video. 2024, I've not even said anything. Like, why am I such an emotional wreck? Oh! What I'm trying to say is, without crying, is that 2024 has literally been the best year of my life. Okay, grab the tissues, everybody. Mum, grab the tissues, because if I cry, you're gonna cry. Oh my God. I need to rein this in, because this is not a good start. I can't actually say this sentence without wanting to cry. I need to say it quick. 2024 has been the best year of my life to date. It's just been beautiful. We've had some milestones, some big things have happened, and... Stop. Whew. Okay, let's just crack on with this, shall we? What I'm saying is that this is going to be a really nice look through the best year of my life. So get comfy, grab whatever it is that you like to drink. It's always Pepsi Max for me. Lush, grab yourself some snacks, buckle in. So I'm just gonna pull up the video I did like this last year. Let's get straight in. The first question that I asked myself back in 2024 was, what are your highlights from 2024? It's a great way to start the video. I hope there's just as many amazing things in 2024 as there was in 2023. She's gonna cry again. Highlights for 2024. There's just been so many. I'm gonna try and like work my way down the year. I think the first highlight of 2024 was Benji. I don't think I got any of him in any of my vlogs, so if you only tune in on YouTube, then you wouldn't have met Benji, but you would have seen him a lot on my Instagram stories. Benji is the newest addition to Ryan's family, and he is a cockapoo, and he is just beautiful. We love him. We met him in February at the beginning of this year, and I've just had lots of cuddles throughout the year, so he is one of the highlights. So cute. A couple of other highlights that happened at the beginning of the year was that I met baby Freddie and baby Jack for the first time. So I mentioned it in this video from last year. 2 of my best friends gave birth in December. They're like the first of my friends to have babies, so that's a very big thing, and I got the pleasure of meeting them both at the beginning of this year. Had lots of cuddles. So that was like February, March, going into April. April was like the biggest stepping stone of the year, I think, or one of at least. This time last year I was in a completely different place to where I am now. I had been signed off from cabin crew, so I wasn't flying, I wasn't working at all, and I was actually quite unhappy. That was kind of how my year started, so we had a bit of a slow start. My mindset and my mental health was not in the best place, but April I managed to complete all of my therapy. That was my first time ever going through therapy. I did technically start that at the end of 2023, but the main bulk of it was in 2024. So I completed all of that and managed to get myself back to work. I went back to cabin crew, which this time last year I didn't think was happening. I was like, I'm never going back. I'm pretty sure I even said in the 2023 to 2024 video that just cabin crew wasn't for me. Being cabin crew is not it for me, which is gutting, which is hilarious because I'm still doing it now and I'm actually loving it. So didn't expect that to happen, but that is definitely a highlight, is the fact that I got back into work and I'm loving it again. So that was good. That happened in April. What else happened in April? I celebrated my cousin's wedding. We actually had 2 very, very important weddings of the year. The second one I'll come to in a minute, but in April, Matt and Amy got married. I just had a really nice time celebrating with them, was able to be there for their special day, and spent a lot of time dancing with like my auntie and things like that, and that doesn't usually happen. To be able to almost go on a night out with that side of the family was just excellent. It was so nice to be there and spend time with that side of the family. It was lovely. Speaking of that and like time spent with family and friends and stuff, that just happened a lot throughout 2024. I'll come on to the specifics in a little bit, but I just spent so much time with my friends and so much time with my family. Granted, my family wasn't always with the best circumstances, which is a shame, but I still look at it as very memorable and there were very beautiful memories that I hold. But along with that as well, I have so many memories from time spent with friends and family over the year, like nights out, cabin getaways, barbecues in the sun over the summer, celebrating friends' birthdays, families' birthdays. I feel like I was so present in all the moments that I had with them across 2024, and I'm very grateful to have those memories with them. So lots of time spent with friends and family, which is a highlight of 2024. June was a massive month. It was obviously my birthday and I celebrated that with my friends and my family. I did everything, which was really nice. I also went to Disneyland in California and I went with Josie, which was really nice. In June, we also had Rosie's hen. So I said there was another very important wedding of the year that happened in August, but in June we had her hen do, and it was just so amazing. It was so good. It was just so special. We had so much fun. Nobody's gonna be able to understand this the same way as like we do, but me and Holly and Rosie have been friends as a 3 for years. Rosie was the bride and Rosie's maid of honour. Her name's Tanisha, and we never really had like a friendship with her at the time. So me and Holly were quite nervous about how it was all going to plan out, and the bond, I'm gonna cry again. The bond we created with Tanisha and with Rosie, just between like the 4 of us, was just so special. Stop crying. Her hen do in general, to be able to be there with her family and her other friends, was just so special. But the friendship as a 4 that we created over the hen do, and then obviously over the wedding as well, which I'll come on to, is just so special. And that is like definitely one of the best things to come of 2024. Makes me so happy. As you can tell, I'm a mess. Oh, calm down. Moving forward then, on to the wedding of the year. My best friend Rosie's wedding. I was a bridesmaid for it. It's the first time I've ever been a bridesmaid. It was just a dream come true. It was so nice to be part of her special day, and it meant so much to me, and it meant so much to me to create that friendship with the girls. And I need to move forward from this because I am never going to be able to finish this video otherwise. But that wedding, the friendships that we created, even with like our partners, they created friendships. The memories are just, they're going to be there forever. What's actually wrong with me? We've always been close. All 3 of us have always been so close. And then look at me trying to keep my tears in. Oh my god. Somehow we got closer over this last year. We spent so much time together, and we always got our partners involved as well, which was nice, but we still had our own time. We created that friendship with Tanisha as well, and that was just the best thing to come from 2024, and I'm so grateful for all of those girls and for George for proposing to Rosie. I'm going to sort myself out and I'll come back. Bear with. I'm back and I'm prepared this time. Apologies for that, and I'm sorry if I made you cry too. I know that there's definitely a few people watching this that's going to be crying with me right now. Oh, let's continue, shall we? I'm talking for so long just purely on the highlights, but I pre-warned you, this year has just been a dream. So there's a lot of highlights and I couldn't ask for much more than that. What else happened in August? Obviously the wedding of the year. Cheers to you guys. Beautiful. Me and Ryan went back to Cornwall, had another lovely trip there, and I'll have even more memories that are going to last me a lifetime. Moving on to September, I started my PT sessions. Look at me. I definitely look at that as like a real big tick because I've never done PTing before. I definitely wanted to get into the gym again, like more this year. So obviously I've done that, and I look at that as a very proud moment. October, I went on a few trips. So I went to Disneyland with Kaylee, which was nice. Didn't expect it to be with Kaylee. It was obviously meant to be with Ryan, but we had the best time and it was so nice to just have like that sister time, you know? You obviously have watched the vlogs, and if you haven't, they are available for you to go and watch, so go and crack on with that. I also did another trip at the end of October. I went to LA with my favourite girlies, Holly and Rosie, and we had the best time. It was nice to go and experience LA with Rosie and bring her along as like a first timer, and just to have that girl time, and for it to be in LA, it was lush. Very grateful for my job, I really am. And then we go on to November. November had like a lot of ups and downs. I say a lot. It had like a major up and a major down. So a major high and a major low. But I still look at it as a big highlight because it's still a big step. So in November, we said goodbye to our childhood home. Me and Kaylee have lived there all of our lives that we can remember. I think we had one other house before then, but we don't have any memories of that house. So that house in Benfleet was our childhood home, and we finally said goodbye. And it come as a bit of a shock, to be fair, which sounds silly because it had literally been on the market for ages and we knew it was going to be sold eventually, but I think we just sort of talked ourselves out of it because nobody was buying it for so long, and really we didn't want to say goodbye. We didn't want to let go of it, but that time came in November, which was a huge step, and now that's why I'm here. I live with Ryan now in his family home in Clacton-on-Sea. I still get very upset at the fact that we don't have that house anymore because all of my memories are there. Yeah, that was hard to let go of, and I don't think I have fully let go just yet. I keep thinking I want to drive past the house to see like sort of what new cars are on the drive and stuff, and I feel like that would just set me off, so maybe that's a bad idea. But anyway, huge stepping stone. And then moved in with Ryan, which has been really nice. As much as it's a low, it's still definitely a high. But November, I also went on another trip to LA, and I went with 4 other girls I trained with back in 2022 for cabin crew. We went to Disneyland and celebrated some of the girls' birthdays, and we had the best time ever. It was so nice to be there with them. We created little vlogs out of it as well, so you can go ahead and watch those. Also, I'm going to say this, a highlight for 2024, November, Wicked, and that's all I have to say is Wicked. Thank you 2024 for gracing us with the movie Wicked. Moving on to December, I went to LA again. I lived in LA for like the back end of 2024. I went to LA again and I took Ryan with me. That's the first time I was able to take Ryan on a trip with me. I had a really nice time there, so very grateful for that. Grateful for my job for that. And then I saw the New Year's in with my favourite people. So I was with the girls, with Holly and Rosie, I was with their partners, and I was with Ryan. So the 6 of us just got a little house in Southampton and just spent a couple of days there. Saw the new year in, had some drinks, played some games, had a lot of laughs. It was just the best way to start the new year. I'm so happy, so grateful. A few other things that happened in the year was I did a lot of reading. I'm so happy that I did so much reading. Also, attended a lot of dance classes. So yeah, I've done loads. I'm so happy with how this year's been. The lows were there for sure, but I almost just see them as stepping stones because they led on to better things. 2024 was just beautiful. I can't see another year that came close to 2024. Some of the things that happened were just so big and so memorable that I will never ever forget that year. Thank you 2024 for being the best. I know that was long, but they are all the highlights of 2024, and I'm sure there's been more. Wow, what a year. Moving on then, finally, to the next question. I can't believe that was just one question. Right, moving on to question number 2, I guess. Did you achieve the goals? You said you wanted to do more travelling, but with family and friends. You wanted to create a routine that you loved. You said you wanted to say yes to more opportunities. Did those things happen? And also tell the people your new goals for 2025. Okay, my goals for 2024 were, like I said, to travel with more friends and family, and I definitely think I did that. Obviously I didn't get back into work until April, like I said, and then I travelled with Josie to LA in June for my birthday, which was lush. The buddy bid with Holly, and then managed to take Rosie with us to LA later on in the year. Around the same time I went to LA again, but with all the girls from training. And then in December I took Ryan to LA, so a lot of trips to LA with people. Maybe I should venture out and go somewhere else. So I definitely think I did that. I still like to do it more. I didn't take my family this year, it was mainly just with friends, but yeah, we can give that one a tick. I think this year I'll definitely make the most of it more, because I think I did it more at the back end of the year because I got more comfortable with it after doing it a couple times. So I'll definitely focus on that more this year. I've already done it. My first trip of 2025, I took Ryan to Chicago, so we're ticking the boxes as we go, so that's good. I'd definitely like to do more of that, but we can tick that for 2024. My other goal was to create a routine routine that I love. I was saying that on a perspective of I wasn't going to go back to cabin crew, and it's so hard to create a routine when you're cabin crew because you're just all over the place. But I would say yes, because I'm part-time now. I'm managing my time better, which is good. So that could probably add to that. Obviously, like I said, I've been going back to the gym more. I'm also doing my PT sessions, which kind of adds to that. So I would definitely say that I have created a routine that I like now. And as much as it's not a routine as such, because it just happens when it can happen, I'm still managing my time better. I'm getting the PT sessions in. I'm working but not burning myself out. I'm managing to do YouTube on the side. So yeah, I'm very happy with how I've managed my time. So I feel like we can tick that one as well. And then I said that another goal was to say yes to opportunities. And I just haven't had many opportunities this year. I probably have, like in the grand scheme of things, but like nothing big has come up that I've gone, right, I'm gonna grab that, you know? Like I can talk about it in the sense that I went back to work. The opportunity was to stay at work and I did that, I guess. I was going through a stage where I was applying for other jobs and stuff. And obviously those opportunities came up, but I didn't take them because I took this one, you know? So we could look at it from that perspective. I still did have a year of saying yes, because I did say that that's what I wanted to do. Like whenever my friends were doing something, I said yes. Whenever my family were doing something, I said yes. I made sure to be very present and be around and attend as much as I could, and I definitely did that. So I guess we can give a tick to that one as well. I wouldn't say it was opportunities, but I definitely said yes throughout the year to as much as possible. So we give that one a tick as well. New goals for 2025 then. So I don't really have anything specific this year, but I have written one thing down, and that's purely just to have more of 2024. I need more of the things that happen in 2024 to happen in 2025. I want more time spent with friends, more time spent with family, more opportunities to say yes to, more traveling with friends and family, big events like weddings and birthdays and changing where I live, and yeah, more of that please. That is it. Moving on then to the next question that I asked myself. Did you actually work on your voice or go to any dance classes like you said you was gonna? Because I feel like that's something you say you're gonna do that you'll probably do for like a month and then stop. I don't mean to have lack of faith in you, but how did you get on with that? Did you actually do those things? I'd be bloody impressed if you did. Clearly I had a lack of faith, but clearly I was right too. So working on my voice, no, I didn't. I did a little bit of singing at the beginning of the year when I wasn't working and I had the time to. I did focus on it then, and I did all my exercises and I sang most days, and then it stopped. I went back to work. I don't have the time for it. It's also finding space where you're not around anyone and you feel comfortable enough to do it. I'm around people all the time now that I'm here, so I can't really do that. Not giving myself excuses, obviously, but yeah, I didn't do that. So yeah, you were right. Past me was correct in the sense that I did not work on my voice. I did it for a couple of months and then stopped. However, the dance classes thing, I've taken quite a few dance classes across the year. Definitely feel like I've progressed as well. Like I've definitely put myself out of my comfort zone a bit more. I would love to attend more. The best ones that I go to are all in London, and I'm now even further away from London. So it's just so hard to get there, especially trying to get it around trips because I'm always so jet lagged and tired. I would definitely do more of that in 2025, hopefully. I was only going to commercial classes, but I really want to start taking some tap classes again. Maybe that's a little goal for 2025, I guess. Next question. Do you have any travel plans in the works already? Are you going to visit a new Disneyland, perhaps? Are we going to Tokyo? Are we going to Hong Kong? What's happening? I'm hoping that Orlando's not in the works this time, because I'm hoping you would have gone in 2024. I really hope that this is not another video where you're answering no to the question of, did you go to Florida or did you go to Orlando? I really hope that you're saying Orlando is not in the works for next year, because I've been this year. It's a highlight of 2024. Gonna be disappointed if you still haven't been. Oh, in a nutshell, that question was, what are your travel plans for 2025? So I will start with that. I mentioned Hong Kong there. Obviously, if you've watched my roster reveal, you will know I'm going to Hong Kong in January. So very excited about that. First month of the year, we've got 2 new destinations. So excellent travel plans on the works already. Hopefully I'll go to Disneyland this month in Hong Kong, and then hopefully Tokyo will come up later on in the year. I'm hoping April. I'm going to try and bid for it in April. Fingers crossed. I don't actually have any travel plans like booked for this year. That's a problem. We need to sort that. We need to fix that. However, me and my friend Faith are hoping to go to Krakow. Is that how you say it? I feel like I'm butchering that. Some people say Krakow.
Krakow.
Krakow?
Krakow.
Krakow. Oh, they do say it like that. With a rolling R, can't do that, unfortunately. Just so you can all hear it.
Krakow.
Krakow. We'll go with that. In Poland. Anyway, that's where me and Faith are hoping to go. We're actually hoping to go towards the start of the year, so more like the end of February into March, I think. So fingers crossed we can get that booked and sorted and we'll go there, because that'll be a new destination for both of us, so that'll be really nice. Bloody Orlando. What actually am I going to do with myself? I'm so annoyed at myself. I think with every single one of these New Year videos that I've done, I've said, I will go to Orlando this year. I will go to Orlando this year. I have still not been. And past me said that she'd be disappointed, and she is. She's disappointed now. It's such a big commitment, that trip. And sometimes I overthink it and think, oh, I could go on 1,000,001 trips. Do you know what I mean? Instead of doing just that one. I did nearly book it this year. I did nearly book it for September this year and then didn't end up doing it, which is why I ended up going to Disneyland Paris this year, because I've somehow managed to justify that one instead. Classic. I don't know if I'll go to Orlando next year because we've got some other things in the works. I'm not gonna talk about it properly on here. It's a process anyway, so nothing's set, nothing's confirmed, but hopefully me and Ryan will go somewhere very nice later on this year, and as soon as I know details I will let you know. So for that reason I then don't think Orlando will happen this year, so I'm not going to set it as a goal this year. Watch this be the year that we go, and I haven't set it as a goal. But yeah, I will go, I will eventually go, we'll get there. But yeah, I think that's all of my travel plans, which is 0, just cabin crew travel, and then hopefully that one trip to Poland with Faith. More will come up, you know what I'm like, trips come out of nowhere, and you'll get plenty of vlogs anyway because of cabin crew life. And if anything changes, I will let you know. 5th and final question. What did I ask myself back in 2023? 2024. I'm getting my years confused. Did you manage to find a job in an industry that you love that doesn't give you crippling anxiety? That is all I want 2025 me to answer. Oh. Wow, we all know the answer to that one, I guess. Crippling anxiety. I was in a bad way, wasn't I? So I was filming that video at the time that I was signed off. I did not think I was going back. I was taking my time to consider my options, but I didn't think I was going to go back to cabin crew life. I really didn't think it was for me. Cut to the clip. Being cabin crew is not it for me, which is gutting. But here we are. I did manage to find a job that I love, that doesn't give me crippling anxiety. And the only thing that changed was my mindset. Therapy helped a lot. The support from friends and family helped a lot, and I just stopped looking at cabin crew as this huge thing and just allow it to provide me the opportunities that I wanted it to in the first place. And I look at it totally differently now. Don't get me wrong, I still do get anxiety, and honestly, I've flown with so many newbies recently that have all said the same thing. As much as it's bad for them, I feel bad for them that they feel that way. It's very comforting to know that I wasn't completely on my own, and I knew that anyway, but everyone feels like that, especially with a job like cabin crew. You're away from people all the time, and I think in the training as well, they really make the briefing room and things like that sound really, really scary, and they're just not. Cabin crew as people are so lovely. You get the odd few, don't get me wrong, like you do anywhere, but we're all quite similar. Everyone is so kind in this job, and I think I just needed to like open my eyes to those parts rather than being so scared about the other parts. So I guess I did manage to find a job that didn't give me crippling anxiety, and all I did was stick with the same job and change my mindset, which is a huge thing that happened in 2024. I think I'll give myself a little pat on the back for that, actually. That's a nice little note to end it on, I think. That's all the questions that I asked myself back in 2024. So now I'm going to ask myself, my future self in 2026, a few questions that she can answer in the next version of this video. I've written some down. Are we ready? This is going to be quick fire. Question 1 is a classic. What are your highlights from 2025? I hope there was just as many as there was from 2024. I honestly don't know how you could beat 2024, but I hope you had some highlights, so share them with us, please. Question number 2 is about your goals for 2025. So your one and only goal of 2025 was to have more of 2024 in 2025. And basically what I meant by that was that it was the best year ever. And I was just very, very happy. So did you have more of that in 2025? I hope you did. And then also, what are your goals for 2026? Question number 3, what is your living situation? In 2024, we moved out of the childhood home, now living with Ryan in his family home in Clacton. As I'm speaking now, there's so many options for plans of how to live throughout 2025. So where have you ended up? Are you still in the same place? Have you moved out? Have you moved out with Kaylee? Have you moved out with Ryan? Are you renting? Have you got a mortgage? Are you abroad? What is happening? You've probably shared that throughout the year on the vlogs anyway, but share it with the viewers in this video. Number 4, what are your travel plans for 2026? Do you have anything in the works? Are you going to Orlando? Have you been? Shock us all, please. And question number 5. This question I'm going to answer myself now, and then I'm going to make this like a recurring sort of thing every year. So my question is, this time next year, where do you expect to be? Right now, I'm at the beginning of 2025, and at the beginning of 2026, I don't know where I expect to be. I expect to be happy, to have removed anything that doesn't serve me, to be traveling still, I want to keep that up, to be performing, whether it's a hobby or kind of doing it on the side, to be in constant touch with my friends and my family, and I kind of expect to have travelled further, and by that I mean not go further, but travel and stay, get used to a new place for whether it's a couple of months, something like that. I expect to go and explore a new place, but for more than just a holiday. That's kind of what I expect for the beginning of 2026. So future me that's answering this now, where do you expect to be at the beginning of 2027? And that is all my questions, which then brings me to the end of this video. Like I've said a million times, I have loved 2024. There's been so many highs, there's been so many lows, but at the end of it all, it's just brought me so much joy. I'm just so happy right now. I couldn't be in a better place at the beginning of 2025. I'm so excited for what this year is going to bring. I can't wait to share it with you all on here as well. I hope you have loved coming on this little journey with me. If you've been here all year and years before that, then thank you so much for your support. Thank you for sticking with me. And if you have just joined me recently, then I hope that you stick with me for the rest of 2025. Have a little chat down in the comments. Tell everybody what your goals are, what your highs, what your lows are. Let's be a little bit vulnerable, shall we? I think it's nice to share these things. It's also something that everybody can relate to. But again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have all had a lovely 2024, and I hope you're all ready for an excellent 2025. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.